The CPIM-led Left Democratic Front government of Kerala has handled the COVID-19 crisis in a manner that has earned much praise internationally. In addition to the low infection and death rates, Kerala has managed to provide excellent support to its people. Measures to support those who are most affected by restrictions on economic activities have been at the core of the efforts. Instead of announcing a lockdown suddenly without any preparation, as the BJP government at the centre did, the Kerala government gradually placed restrictions to break the transmission chain of the coronavirus. Schools, colleges, and movie theatres were closed on March 12th, all government programs were postponed, and an appeal was made to avoid festivals. In addition, the government announced a relief package of Rs 20,000 crore on March 19th that included loans for families, advance payment of social welfare pensions, Rs 1,000 each to the poor who do not receive social welfare pensions, free food grains for everyone for a month, expedited setting up of 1,000 people's restaurants serving inexpensive food, a health package, relaxation in bill payment deadlines for water and electricity, and tax payment deadlines for some sectors. Nobody should go hungry in Kerala is something that the Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan repeatedly said in a press conference on 25th March, the first day of the lockdown in the state. Food grains are distributed for free to everybody in the state for a month without the APL-BPL distinction. Food is being home delivered to Anganwadi children, those under home quarantine, those who find it difficult to access food, daily wage workers, senior citizens staying alone, disabled people, and others who cannot cook for themselves due to illness. Community kitchens have been set up by the local bodies in collaboration with Kudumbashree to cook food, which is being delivered to the homes of those in need. Food kits are being sent to Adivasi areas. Along with food grains, the government is also distributing free grocery kits containing 17 essential items including sugar, salt, pulses, cooking oil, soap and other items to all families. Distribution of ration was done in a planned manner to avoid overcrowding and ensure social distancing. At its peak on 4th April, 1,314 community kitchens distributed food for free to 3.08 lakh people. 343 People's Restaurants by Kudumbashree, which serve and home deliver subsidized food at the rate of Rs 20 per meal, have already been started by April 21st. The Kerala government's effort to ensure food security does not end with food distribution. This is the time of paddy harvest in several districts, and harvesting is being considered an essential service. The Chief Minister also made an appeal to families across the state to grow vegetables at their homes to ensure their availability in the coming days, and seed kits are being provided widely. Kerala aimed to raise a Sannadha Sena or volunteer force of 2.36 lakh people of the age group 22 to 40 years. The registration was done online and the target was overshot, with 2.95 lakh youth having registered as volunteers by the 22nd of April. They work to identify those who need assistance, deliver food and essential items to the needy, provide emergency assistance at homes, help with the operation of call centers, control rooms, camps and hospitals, and communicate alerts. Kerala has recognized that the accommodation facilities for migrant workers, who are called guest workers by the government, were mostly inadequate to ensure physical distancing. So, they set up camps and arranged for medical checkups. Masks, soap and hand sanitizer have been made available in these camps. The government is also paying to recharge the mobile phones of these migrant workers for Rs 100 to 200 a month to enable them to keep in touch with their families. By April 20th, the number of camps for migrant workers in Kerala had gone up to 19,902, with 3.53 lakh workers staying in these camps. This is the highest number of such camps in the country. Leaflets, brochures and small videos in Hindi, Odia and Bengali are being circulated among them to create awareness about the steps to prevent coronavirus infection. Information regarding district-level control rooms have been circulated in Hindi, Odia, Bengali, Assamese, Tamil, English and Malayalam. Workers will be registered and given identity cards, which will then be used to provide them with health insurance and other benefits. Special community kitchens have been set up which provide dal, chapati, pickle, khichdi, etc., with the menu varying according to the taste of the workers coming from various states. Employers have been instructed to provide food to the migrant workers who work and live in factory premises. Arrangements have been made to provide provisions to those who prefer North Indian food. There is a state-level counselling centre with 20 trained counsellors available to take calls from the migrant workers in their own languages. Landlords are not allowed to evict guest workers at this time, and independent workers as well as those who live alone are not left out from the food distribution. The LDF government has also taken measures to take special care of street dwellers by providing them with food, shelter and medical care. Free food grains and grocery kits are also being provided to inmates of old age homes, orphanages and homes for the disabled, along with required medicines. Anganwadi workers reach out to the elderly, over 50 lakhs so far, to check on their health. Kerala has a large number of welfare fund boards for workers of various sectors, set up as a result of the powerful working class movement in the state. The welfare fund boards have announced financial assistance to the workers, with amounts ranging from Rs 750 to Rs 5,000. In some cases, salaries are being paid in advance. Some boards have announced extra amounts from Rs 7,500 to Rs 10,000 for workers who get infected by COVID-19 and Rs 1,000 to 5,000 for workers who are living in quarantine at home or in a hospital. The government has also made it clear to employers that workers should not be dismissed or their wages cut during the lockdown. 2.1 million Keralites work abroad, and the government has set up help desks in all emirates of the UAE, which has the largest number of Keralites, Qatar, Oman, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Kuwait, UK, Indonesia, Bangladesh and Mozambique to ensure treatment, food and safe accommodation to expatriates. Various Malayali organizations and volunteers in different countries take people to hospitals and ensure food to those who need it. With their help, quarantine facilities have been arranged in various places in the UAE. Help desks are also functional in Mumbai, Hyderabad, Delhi and Chennai. The efforts of the LDF government show a comprehensive approach to ensure the welfare of all citizens. This approach recognizes the importance of the public healthcare system. It recognizes that hungry people cannot be healthy and that well-being is beyond the reach of the homeless. It aims to reach everybody in need until the last person. The entire state machinery and the collective energies of the state's powerful mass and class organizations, collectives and cooperatives, as well as the citizens, have played a huge role in this. The role of left organizations has been crucial, as a large section of youth volunteers are members of the Democratic Youth Federation of India or DYFI and the Students' Federation of India or SFI. We believe that these sustained efforts by Kerala's left government, as we saw during the Kerala floods earlier, will help the state contain the virus and recover fast.